Alright everyone, it's Prince. Welcome back to another video. I've got a really interesting one for you today. This was one of our first times playing against a well-organized healing composition with that Clefable here. It was a really interesting game. Of course, my game partners and I are relatively new to this game, so for some of you, it might seem pretty commonplace to find healers on a team that work pretty well with the team composition and team fighting, but for us, this was sort of a new concept. And we're going to see exactly how that catches us off guard at some point in this video. So I went bottom lane with Thundertoes because I have the XP share. We might be able to get a fast Garchomp, as we sometimes do. So we're getting our clear done. Sokovin's Leafeoning in the jungle. We've got a Mewtwo and a Slowpoke up top. And we have Clefairy and Buzzwole at the bottom. So let's see what they can do here. Looks like we won the exchange for that Indeedee. Thundertoes is playing quite aggressively. Tries to get a score on them. Now here, I make a mistake. Well, one of us makes a mistake for sure, but it ended up being both of our mistakes in that we just had completely different ideas of what we were supposed to be there. Thundertoes' aggression played with my more safe mentality kind of contradicted each other there, and we made two different decisions. Had we both made the same decision, we probably would have been fine, but we ended up splitting. He seems convinced that if I had stayed there, we would have been able to kill one if not both of them. I thought it was not safe to play within their goal. So that is unfortunate. We're going to have to play from behind just a little bit in this early game. Luckily, Sokovin is almost down with us, so we're going to have two. I do have to say that at the time I'm releasing this video, the cursed items like the cursed bangle and the cursed incense just came out. So those are two items that have the potential of cutting down healing quite a bit. That was not the case back here, so none of these Pokemon will have cursed items that will decrease the enemy healing. We have not really seen too much of it quite yet. We were able to take out the Clefairy and even the Kirlia, who came to counter gank. And we secure all of these birds for XP. So now we're doing really well. I'm going to take a few more farm, and then Sok will go back to his jungle. We'll try and get them to fight from the safety of our goal. Yeah, here's where that Clefable's Moonlight really starts making a difference. We still almost got them. Ooh, are we going to be able to? Oh, we might get at least one of them. This Buzzwole is on Leech Life, which I think is not the correct play. He did kill me, though. And will the Gabite get the Clefable? I don't think so, no. But here comes the Leafeon down again. Yeah, also too much for the Leafeon. We'll retreat to a more strategic position, and we'll just wait for the objective. And I believe their enemy jungler is down here as well, also waiting for the objective, which is the thing to do. That's some good play right there. Yeah, and the problem with Kirlia is she can shoot from range, but I can also cut off her escape, which I don't think she was taking into mind too much. That is the strength of Crustle. You can cut off your escape plan before you even realize that escape should have been what you were doing in the first place. Alright, so now 5 seconds till the objective. We're going to try and rip it. We killed them a little bit early, but I'm going to hope that with the DPS of this Gabite and Leafeon, we'll be able to get there. Yeah, see, Kirlia hesitates. She doesn't want to go down here. I'm looking at the map. Obviously, we couldn't see it during the game. We don't have 100% vision of the enemy bubbles. But because this is a recording, I get the benefit of getting to see where everyone was at all times. So now we're feeling pretty good. We definitely recovered from that early hiccup. Sokovin's ganks have been working wonders, and now they're going up for the top objective. I believe we communicated here, and I told them I would hold down the fort down here if they wanted to travel upward. And there's one KO. Tito's is a Garchomp. He gets the Glaceon. Kirlia gets one back against our Slowbro. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to Sokovin's bubble. I wonder if he didn't go up. Looks like he's getting his jungle clear. So at this point I was sitting around for a long time. I don't know if I remember seeing all of their bubbles up there. I kind of just wanted these birds, and I might have just hoped that I saw no one, but all 5 of them are up there. So this is totally safe for me to grab. Oh, they finally kill Thundertoes, and they win the objective. That's unfortunate. They killed the Leafeon as well. We were a little bit disorganized up there, and we might be able to see exactly why if we switch perspectives here. So here's what this looks like from Thundertoes' point of view. This is when he got to Garchomp on the way up, and we're going to be fighting for this objective, but this is really important because I didn't get to see it from my perspective. I was sitting down there as a Crustle thinking we'd win this. Yeah, this is where he gets the KO against the Glaceon, and this is also where Leafeon moves downward. I think he sees the jungle and he thinks, oh, we've got a Garchomp, we're going to win this top lane easily. I'm guessing that's what he's thinking. But right as he makes that decision, Mewtwo and Slowbro get KO'd up here. And now we're going to get to see exactly what was so difficult about this fight up here. So Garchomp's trying to maintain his distance, making sure they don't start ripping the objective. Here he's got a shot against some of them, but he's waiting for his allies to show up. Mewtwo's taking his sweet time down there. Is he getting farm? I don't know what he's doing, but his bubble is stuck in one place. Now they started ripping, so Thundertoes says, okay, it's time to do something. He's thinking, is he looking for a steal? Is he looking to engage? He goes in there and tries to chop him up. He's got Slowbro backing him up, and Sokoven is here, but look at that Moonlight from Clefable. All of their HPs. Look at this. Here's the Moonlight. Slowbro and Buzzwole don't have a scratch on them. It's because we were dispersing our damage too widely and not dealing it fast enough, and it made all the difference. And also Slowbro was super late, Mewtwo was super late to the party. So that is already one of the moments where we're thinking, well, that's really weird. We had numbers on them, but we didn't have the greatest time in that team fight. It's the first hint that this Clefable is going to be a little bit tougher to beat than we had given it credit for. Now, what had happened while we were getting wiped up there is that I had killed the birds down here, and I scored a good 17 points in their bottom goal right here. Not meaningless, but still pretty benign in the grand scheme of things. So at this point, Thundertoes can come back to his lane with me, which I think is what he's doing, and Leafeon is going up top to defend with the top laners against the Regieleki. I don't notice at this point, but there are top laners coming down to score on me here. I notice a little late. I managed to stop the Glaceon, but not the Gardevoir, but they get followed down by the speedy jungler, and Sokoven and I kill them both. And here is Thundertoes, and there's 10 seconds till the bottom objective spawns, so we're in a really good place is what we're thinking. Looks like Sokoven spotted the Clefable and Buzzwole, but they don't want any part of this. And the Regi is up, so we immediately get started. I go to peel. In case the defenders want to come down here, they'll have to get through me first. Of course, they don't contest, so we come right up here. We've got some points to score. We have Regi shields. We're feeling good. And we're about to get a taste of the Clefable Buzzwole combo. So there's a Moonlight. Their HP is completely fine, but we get some damage on the Buzzwole, who starts retreating. He comes back, and this time Gardevoir's here. They bought enough time for 3 of them to show up. There's the Moonlight again, plus the Leech Life. Buzzwole's HP just does not go down. And Gardevoir, if she targets Buzzwole, she's going to be able to rip through that defense pretty quickly. So yikes, that did not go well. The correct move there should not have been to push up, because they had the advantage of being on their goal, having their jump pad, and also, well, I don't believe our levels were too much higher than theirs, but if they were, that's the reason they caught up now. And now, unfortunately, they're scoring on us down there. We decide to let it go. We think it's a better use of our time to come up here, win this objective, and then just start steamrolling from there. Slowbro holds the Garchomp. Oof. Yikes, we show up to this fight a little bit split. The Garchomp and the Crustle showed up and kind of got 3v2'd, and then the other 3 showed up, but the Clefable and Buzzwole come in there to finish the fight. So that's super unfortunate. That's now 2 fights that we've lost in a row. So here I have no... Well, I was going to say I have no desire to fight that Regieleki away from my goal. But then the birds showed up, and I said, well, I kind of want to steal that XP away from them. So I unite here, and I say, alright, this is a perfect spot to wipe them. Not really. So usually that works pretty well, but my allies weren't as close as I wanted them to be, other than that Slowbro, and Slowbro and I just don't have the greatest damage. If I had somehow been able to single out the Glaceon or Gardevoir... So at this point, everyone is here. We're going to try and steal some kills because now we're super far behind. We started out so well at the bottom lane there. Well, okay, that's a lie. The Gibble and I split and it ended in the Gibble's death, but after that hiccup, we were doing really well with 2 really successful ganks from the Leafeon. But now for 3 fights in a row where this Clefable has been involved, the healing has made a lot of difference, and we've been failing to secure kills and getting killed instead. See, there it is again. I'm not used to rushing in somewhere as Crustle and not doing at least something, at least to one of the squishy characters. Now, our saving grace here is that Garchomp secured the bottom objective while we were away. So we got one little victory before the Rayquaza fight, but at this point we realize we're going to have to clean up our act here. We can't just go in with the same strategy we've been using, because we're going to get wiped in this Rayquaza fight. This Clefable, at this point we're all talking to each other and we say this Clefable is a problem. And you can see from our levels here, Sokovin's doing kind of okay, and Garchomp not too bad at 12. But their levels are 12, 12, 13, 13, 12. We've got 3 11s on our side. We're definitely not winning. We're going to need to secure some KOs. And luckily for us, they overextend here. Rock Tomb is crucial at locking up that Clefable, and now without the healing of their Clefable, they're a much weaker team than they've been. So now, I need to find that Gardevoir. I think I had seen her at the bottom. And so I say, okay, we killed 3 of them, but I know that Gardevoir is out there somewhere. And of course, I had no idea that she retreated to base, so she's coming at it from a different angle than before, but she didn't expect us to rip it so quickly. And that is the power of Garchomp, although Mewtwo and Leafeon surely put in some work there. I get united by this Gardevoir, but it doesn't actually matter now. I'm level 12 and I'm super defensive, and she has no help. Actually, she does kill me. Never mind. I take that back, it did matter. However, she does not break the Garchomp's shield. So, he's going to be able to deposit some points there. We able to score at the bottom. I haven't really been checking. Leafeon gets some KOs. Oh yes, we broke the bottom goal. Slowbro is heading up to their main goal, but does he still have his Rayquaza shield? It seems he does not, because he got interrupted. So now, my job is to just sit here and make sure that they do not score. We've got 2 goals to defend. This one here. Leafeon jumps down, so I know I can defend here. So at the end of the day, we had assembled a battle plan that had to do with not fighting all 5 of them while they were together, and making sure that all 5 of us were together, because those are the things that we had not been doing that caused us to lose 3 or 4 fights in a row in the mid-game. This game was really, really interesting because we won the early game really hard, in my opinion. We lost the mid-game super hard, and then we won the late game again really hard. But it wasn't so much because we executed the correct battle plan. We did understand the problems we needed to shore up, but it's more so that the opponents kind of overextended and allowed us to capitalize on that mistake by catching them off guard in our jungle. So here, I see the bottom laners coming to Leafeon. I really don't want to leave my post, but there's so many of them. Yes, I do end up jumping, just because there's 3 of them there. And now, we can secure these KOs, and as soon as at least another goes down, I can run back and defend the center goal, because I don't want to stay here any longer than I have to, because I don't know. Well, at this point I would see that 5 of them are dead. That Garchomp never... It's such an aggressive Garchomp. Gotta love Tito's, he's up there scoring on them still. And that is how we defeated this very organized, at least in the mid-game, healer composition.